Miles Irving, the Deputy Commissioner of Amritsar, was extremely anxious after the Hartal on 6th of April 1919. He, like the British Raj, feared the unity between Hindus and Muslims. Their tactic of divide and rule seemed to be failing. Ram Naumi was just around the corner, and Irving was imagining the worst. Welcome to Lost Stories, where we uncover the history that was never taught to us. On 8th April, Irving sent a hasty letter to Arthur J. Warburton Kitchen, the then Commissioner of Lahore, asking for extra military troops urgently, fearing a riot. Funnily, Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal, the leaders in Amritsar, were already under a gag order and weren't even allowed to speak in public, let alone lead a hartal. Irving's letter reached O'Dwyer, the Lieutenant Governor of Punjab. The earth slipped from under his feet. He envisioned another 1857 and an uprising. Whereas the hartal was to get a negotiation with the government, there was no revolt on anyone's mind. Ram Naumi was approaching fast. Historically a Hindu-only festival, Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal had urged Hindus and Muslims to come together and celebrate the festival in 1919. Indians were coming together. India was uniting. O'Dwyer, in his terrified state, put all blame on Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. He further made sure that Gandhiji was detained and not allowed to enter Punjab. All this to avoid Hindus and Muslims from coming together to fight for their freedom. Irving had not received the extra military power yet and was totally unprepared. On Ram Naumi, he watched on as Indians took to the streets, celebrating the festival, also chanting slogans like Mahatma Gandhi ki jai, Hindu Musalman ki jai, Dr. Kichlu or Dr. Satyapal ki jai. There was no chaos, no destruction, and no harm done to anyone. In fact, when Indians saw Irving, they even chanted, God save the king. The only possible insult was a few Muslim students who wore the Turkish army uniform and clapped their hands as they marched. In the evening, Irving received direct orders from O'Dwyer to arrest and deport Dr. Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal to Dharamshala immediately. They had to put an end to the strong bond forming between the Hindus and the Muslims. Despite the peaceful procession, Irving did not report this to his superiors. Instead, Irving called an urgent meeting with Captain J.W. Massey, J.F. Rahil, R. Plomer, and Lieutenant Colonel Henry Smith in concern with how to arrest the leaders and how to use the available military to their fullest. The preparations were kept secret even from Anglo-Indians. The plan to control the crowd during the arrest was simple. In case of any disturbance, the army was advised to open fire without hesitation. We find it ironic that the same tools used by the British are still used today to win elections. Isn't it sad that to be in power in India, the divide and rule policy still works?
तो 1900 उस समय आई 9 तारीख को उस समय रामनवमी का जुलूस शोभा यात्रा अमृतसर में निकाली गई। अंग्रेज़ों का डर था बहुत ज़्यादा लोगों को, तो उस समय जो ये शोभा यात्रा थी इसकी रहनुमाई डॉक्टर हाफिज़ मोहम्मद बशीर कर रहे थे। उसके पीछे हिंदू, उसके पीछे दूसरे सिख, ईसाई और सबसे पीछे मुसलमानों का एक टोला था, जिसमें वो अंग्रेज़ों की भी जय जयकार करते थे और नारे लगते थे कि महात्मा गांधी की जय हो, सैफुद्दीन किचलू की जय हो, डॉक्टर गुप्ता जो से हमारे उसकी जय हो, और उसके साथ राजा रामचंद्र महाराज की जय हो। ये नारे लगते थे उस ज़माने में। जिस समय जुलूस निकल के ये मलका वाला बुद्ध, जहाँ महारानी विक्टोरिया की मूर्ति लगी हुई थी, वहाँ पर आया तो लोग इकट्ठे हो गए। उन्होंने कहा, एक आदमी दौड़ के गया, एक बर्तन ले आया, उसमें पानी डाला और उसने हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाइयों को ये कहा कि अगर तुम वाकई आज़ादी चाहते हो तो इस बर्तन से सारे पानी पियो। तो पहली बार हिंदुस्तान में जब से मुसलमान 11वीं शताब्दी से यहाँ आए हैं, उस बर्तन में सब ने खड़े होके, बड़े बड़े नेताओं ने पानी पिया हिंदुओं ने, मुसलमानों ने, सिखों ने, ईसाइयों में कि हम मुल्क की आज़ादी के लिए इकट्ठे हैं। तो जुलूस निकल गया, कोई प्रॉब्लम किसी तरह की नहीं आई, मगर ये सारा की सारा जो था वो रिपोर्ट अंग्रेज़ को दी गई। जनरल डायर तो उस समय शायद जलंधर में था और जो मिस्टर ओ ड्वायर उस समय हमारा गवर्नर था पंजाब का। तो ओ ड्वायर ने हुक्म दिया कि सैफुद्दीन किचलू और डॉक्टर सत्यपाल इन दोनों को अरेस्ट कर लिया जाए।
If you liked this episode, stay tuned for the next episode of Lost Stories, India Awakens. To read more, visit our blog at www.beneaththeink.com and don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook.